Welcome to the Lose Your Big Ass Stomach podcast. I'm your host, Jay Jackson, and my mission here is to help you get rid of that big ass stomach and take back control of your health so that you can look and feel your best by being the best version of yourself, mentally and physically, while destroying the mediocre agenda society is trying to brainwash you into, and breaking our families' generational curses of being unhealthy by being a healthy and fit role model. It's time to set a new standard. It's time to set a new standard of living. If you find the podcast helpful, be sure to hit that follow button because that helps us build a movement. Let's go. One of the biggest things that I look at as would be one of the biggest regrets ever is looking back on my life and knowing that I've wasted a lot of my potential, making excuses on things I know I should have done but I didn't do. And when I pass and I meet my maker and he says to me, "Hey man, this is the version of yourself you were supposed to become right here. These are all the accomplishments that this version of yourself accomplished. These are all the people that this version of yourself helped. These are all the things." He just lists everything, the traits, the attributes. He shows how my physique was, and I would like to know when I meet my maker and I see all the things that he shows me, that potential, that version of myself, my highest self. He's like, "Hey, look, man, this is what you could have been right here." I would like to know that I was able to stack up and mount up to that stature. You see what I'm saying? And so what I see is a lot of folks out here, though, when it comes to fitness, they're afraid to invest in coaching. They're afraid to even just start because they feel like they're going to fail. And when you go at life like that, man, what tends to happen is you kind of tiptoe. And the folks who do start trying to try just a little bit, but they're still kind of afraid of failing, they just one foot in, one foot out, they ass still fail because they're not all in. Success just don't work that way, guys. You got to be either all in it or not in it at all. And if you're not in it at all, you already shown that you're going to fail. But if you try, that's admirable, but you have to be doing the right things, man. Because when you just trying to just it's like imagine if you like a man, he says, "Hey baby, I want to marry you, baby. I'll try, I'll try my best." You be like, "Damn, you just gonna try? That's it? I'm committing," or vice versa. Your man, the man who go be your man, I'm gonna try my best. Damn, that's all you just go try? You're not gonna go all in, you're not gonna commit? That trying implies that, failure is gonna happen. But the thing is, I want y'all to realize failure is going to happen. And you have to change your outlook around what failure looks like and how you respond to it. Because a lot of times, a lot of people don't know this, but I've had a lot of failures. Yeah, you believe that or not? Your coach that had a lot of failures. I was the guy growing up. I used to play football. I used to be this kid that used to work out all day, every day. From 13 years old all the way up to I was about 20 years old, I work out all day, every day. And everybody in my community where I grew up at, they would see me working out. They'd see me in front of my dad's restaurant, throwing the football, catching the football. And then one day, when high school was coming to an end, I didn't get no scholarship. I seen guys on the football team getting scholarships, going to, different colleges. And, I had certain colleges that I was, aspiring to go to. Didn't get no scholarship. There was a lot of shame around that, a lot of pain around that, a lot of embarrassment around that. Or when I hit rock bottom, I was in this network marketing company called Body by Vibe. I was one of the highest earners, youngest highest earners in the company. And then the company started going backwards. And my revenue went back right along with it. You know what I'm saying? For the people who heard about Body by Vibe, Visalis back in the days, it's a lot of great entrepreneurs that came from that movement. But we went through a lot of pain and shame because when the company went out of business, we went out of business with it. Yeah. A lot of people don't even talk about it no more. But yeah, it's a lot of people hurting, and I was one of them. So that was another failure that I went through. And then the other failure that I went through was my childhood dream of going to the NFL. I was in college, and like I said, I was working out every single day of my life from 13 on up, right? And I got to the point where I reached my second semester at Georgia State University. Well, not my second semester, but my second year. And I had walked on to make the football team. And I just remember the running back coach telling all the running backs to come into his office, hey, y'all, come on in. Because I had to sit out the first year. And the coach was like, hey, the investors, like I think they call them like the boosters or whatever, hey, they want to see the scholarship running backs play. Yeah, they want to see the scholarship running backs play. So all the walk-ons, y'all got to sit out, man. And I had been thinking all the way, like for months up to that point, like, man, I'm about to show them. This is my opportunity to show everybody what I'm capable of. Because I can show them in practice, but I need more eyeballs to see it. Because the more eyeballs see it, it ain't gonna be they ain't gonna have to. I leave no doubt, basically. You know what I'm saying? I leave no doubt. More people see it. You see what I'm saying? It's kind of like how more people start to see me popping off on social media, then my audience just started growing rapidly. You see what I'm saying? That's what happened. That's what I was hoping was going to happen with Georgia State football. But then the coach was like, hey, man, they want to see the scholarship running backs play. So the walk-ons, y'all not going to be able to play, man. And so that really broke my spirit. And I started to come to a realization. I was just like, man, I gotta go a different direction, man. I gotta grow up. It's time to start taking care of my bills. It's time to start building a life for myself. And it's not to say that playing football couldn't have possibly still worked. I would have just had to go a different direction. But I found myself just in a place where I was like, it's time to grow up and be a man. That's basically what went through my mind. I'm like, I got to start taking care of responsibilities. I got to start understanding how to pay bills and, everything that comes along with being a grown man, being an adult. And so I went through a really tough time finding myself, a really tough time with a little bit of embarrassment as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's different when we view ourselves a certain way. And we know a lot of people may know us for being a certain way. And this is how it was for me. Like, they knew I was a football guy. They knew I was hard working. And then they see, damn, Jack, they used to call me Jock back in football days. Damn, Jock didn't make it. Damn, Jock, what Jock doing these days? He just, what happened? He fell off? You know what I'm saying? So different things like that went through my head. And it beat me up for a minute. But at the same time, these failures teach us lessons. And the lesson that it taught me was I can't stop working on me. Like, our purpose and our passions change. But at the end of the day, I would never stop working on me. And I started working on my next purpose. And when I started working on myself to develop myself for my next purpose, which was fitness, I went all in on coaching and doing in-person training. I started going all in on understanding how to train, understanding the nutrition aspect of things, understanding how to market and communicate and like do the sales and all, just everything, build team, just everything, man. You can't cut corners when it comes to success, man. Every time in my life when I've tried to cut corners to try to avoid the hard work, I failed. Every single time. I knew I needed to do something that was hard that I really didn't want to do, and I just avoided it, and then I would find myself failing, and I'd be like, damn. And once I came to realize, okay, this is what I got to do, it was the hard shit that I didn't want to do. It was the hard stuff that I didn't really want to do, and when I started doing that, that's when I started getting success. I'm like, damn, I should have just went ahead and did the hard stuff in the beginning. I done wasted all this time. I done wasted all these months and years trying to avoid the shit that I knew I really needed to do deep down, but I was trying to avoid it because I didn't want to fail or put in the hard work to do it, and voila, my ass still got to do it anyway. That's like some of y'all. I just don't want to. I just don't want to track my calories and understand my protein. It's just too much, man. I'm too busy. Well, you gonna see your weight keep on going up and down. You go keep getting your ass on that scale, and you gonna be like, damn, why the weight ain't going down? Why it go down sometime, but then it go back up? You end up losing a little bit of weight, and your body not looking the way you want to, but all your ass doing is cardio. Or some weeks you go to the gym, some weeks you don't. You're not being consistent. You don't have a plan. And so you looking weak, skinny, fat, and frail. You might lose a little bit of weight, but you're not feeling good about how you're looking when you're naked. Your clothes not fitting the way you want them to. Because you're not addressing what you know you really need to do, which is you need to get your ass in the gym and start hitting them weights. You need to buckle down and be disciplined and consistent regardless of, damn, man, what if this shit don't work out? Like, it's been plenty of times when I've made investments in business coaches, and I've had my doubts, you know what I'm saying? But, man, what if this shit don't work out? Man, this shit 10 grand? Man, what if this don't work out? Man, $6,000, like my first business coach, $6,000. I had never spent any kind of money like that ever on myself. And I remember getting on the call with the guy, and he was like, it's $6,000 at the end of the call. And I'm like, what the fuck? I wasn't expecting that. and I was shocked, but I was like, you know what? Shit, my ass already broke. What's the worst that could happen? I just get more broke? but what if it do work? Now I ain't gonna be broke no more. And so I see some of you guys, you get on these game plan calls with me, and you be afraid to invest in yourself. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? The worst that's gonna happen is it don't work. All right? Yeah, that's part of life, right? It don't work. But what if it do work? What's the upside? You get rid of that big ass stomach. You start looking the way you want to look. You get your confidence back. You get your health back. Your kids start admiring you. Your wife starts admiring you. She starts giving you a little bit more respect, a little bit more energy, a little bit more affection. When you go into work, you got more energy, so now you can do more. Now you can get to the bag a little bit more. A lot more upside. So many folks are stuck in the past. When people get stuck in the past, all they keep doing is reliving the past in their mind. And that causes them to just think failure, because that's all they know. Because they're just looking to the past. And so I had to be intentional with conditioning myself to think about the future. Because if all I thought about was the past, guys, I done had so many failures and so many moments in my life. I'm like, damn, failed again. Damn, keep on failing. Like, it's been so many moments. But if that's all I thought about, I would never take action. I would never do anything to move forward. I would never be able to accomplish success. Because all I'm thinking about is the failures. But if I start thinking about the future of what's possible, what can happen if I did take action? What can happen if I did invest in that coach? What can happen if I did start that workout routine? What can happen if I did start hiring staff to help me grow the business? Because I can only get so far with helping you guys if I just do it by myself. But now that I got a team, I got staff, oh, your boy growing. We growing out here. I'm able to help way more people. You see what I'm saying? But had I been stuck in that loop of failure in my head, like, man, I did this in the past. I tried to hire somebody in the past, but it didn't work out. Fuck it, I'm just going to keep on doing it on my own. I'd be stuck. I'd be stuck in that loop of pushing hard, burning out, start all over again. Pushing hard, getting a little bit of results, burning out, start all over again. But I can't keep thinking about the failures. I can't keep thinking about the past. Some of y'all, you stuck in the past. That's why you're depressed. That's why you're sad. And you crippling your life because you're thinking about those things. Versus saying to yourself, man, it's a new day. Shit. At any given day, you could decide to become a new version of yourself. Because all it is a thought. It got to get to a point. What I've noticed, it's either anger, disgust. Those are my biggest ones. You got to figure out what yours are. Anger, disgust. Most people that I found who really start taking shit seriously, they even reach the point of, I'm no longer willing to accept the level that I'm playing at in life no more. Like, straight up. And even though sometimes you might see me speaking poise, like, it's like a savage inside of me. Like, it's a dog inside of me. Like, yo, I'm not playing at this level no more. These other motherfuckers, they can keep playing at this level. But it's time to go to the next level for me. I'm about to start putting out so much. I'm undeniable. People are not going to be able to deny this shit that it works. That's the level I started playing at. That's why I show up every day. That's why I do lives Monday through Friday. That's why I continue to post podcasts Monday through Friday. You see what I'm saying? You got to make it to where it's like you become undeniable. You keep putting in the work. Even if you don't even think you go win. Even if you don't think it's possible that you could succeed. But if you put in the work and you start to self-identify as a winner, somebody who is successful, you start to look at what are these successful people doing that I look at, that who I aspire to be like. What are they doing? The motherfuckers showing up every day. Like, it's not when I feel like doing it. Oh, well, when I'm motivated, I'll do it. No, they ain't saying that shit. They showing up regardless. And when you start doing that for yourself, you go see the same shit happen to you. You be like, damn, all my life I thought it was some little secret magic trick, but all I had to do is be consistent at doing the right things. And then after so long of you being consistent, doing the right things, and you start seeing some results, you start to think differently about your self-worth. You start to, I don't know about y'all, but when I put in so much work on something and I'm doing the hard shit, even when I don't feel like doing it, because plenty of that, and this is when it really this is when the game really changes. When you do the shit when you don't feel like doing it. When you do it when you don't feel like doing it, even when nobody else is looking, it builds up this level of like credibility among yourself to where you like, boy, you deserve this shit. Because you got on that Stairmaster and you didn't even feel like doing it. And you didn't just do 5 minutes, you did 30. Man, why you had a stressful week, but you still got them workouts in. You didn't feel like doing now one of them, but you still did it. Man, come from where you come from, you used to eat honey buns and Snickers and drink Capri Suns all the time. But now you eating healthy and you able to be disciplined. You still feel the urges, but you disciplined enough to still eat the shit you supposed to eat. Oh boy, you deserve this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's what starts to happen. And you're not thinking about the failure. You making so many moves. Like, I grind so hard and so consistently, I don't have time to think about the failure. It's still there. It happens. That's just normal. Like, sometimes thoughts just come into our mind that we can't even control. But when I put in the work, I take action, it drowns out the doubt. A lot of you guys, you're not taking enough action to drown out the doubt, to drown out the fear of failure. You just got to move. Even if the shit ain't right, if you just start taking action. Hey, Cole, man, let's run this shit. Hey, Cole, I'm ready, man. Hey, how much is it? Let's go ahead and run it. You just get into the motions. You get into the motion, now you start seeing a little bit of results. You're like, all right, cool, man. I dropped a little bit of weight. Hey, coach, how can I make this a little bit better? I don't even want to start thinking about doubt. How can I make this better, coach? And then you drop a little bit more weight. And you're like, okay, cool. Well, I'm dropping weight now. What I need to do to keep this shit off? Hey, Cole, man, what I need to do? You just running the play. And then I'm giving you external feedback. You become unstoppable because you taking so much action, you don't even have time to be thinking about failure. Yeah, so many people caught up in the past, man. They just caught up in the past. And so you got to be caught up in the future. Who are you becoming? Because that's life. Shit go always happen. The folks who, oh man, well, I can just go wait until this vacation because I might fuck it up. I might fuck up the plan. Life go be happening anyway. What you go do when you go on your next vacation? What you go do when the next holiday comes up? When the next birthday comes up? You got to learn how to do this shit along the way. Failure is inevitable. It's going to happen. You just have to learn through it. Learn through it. That's the only way you go reach success, man. All right? If you found this podcast helpful, be sure to subscribe to the channel and leave your boy a 5-star review, man, so we can continue to grow this movement. All right? We out here, man. Let's go.